Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Gearing and I am here to do an ELA lesson 3.03 with you today. So we're going to split this lesson into two parts and let's get started on part 1 today. Okay, so what I want you to do right now to start us off is gather your supplies. So pause the video and make sure that you open up Buzz in your internet tab to open to lesson 3.03 so that you can go between my video and a couple of activities in the lesson. Then make sure that you have your language packet, your notebook or pencil with blank paper. Okay, and then come back and let's keep going. Alright, so for the things we're going to be learning today, we are going to be learning to identify long and short vowel sounds like we have been working on. We're going to use the sounds we know to spell words with or without a spelling pattern. And we're going to be able to explain the difference between books that tell stories and books that give information. So let's keep going. Okay, so right here I have a picture and we're going to work on finding the words that have short E in it. If you remember from our Alphabet Safari song from Buzz, do you remember what letter or what animal was short E? Well, it was E is for elk, and our short E says eh. Like in hen or elk. Okay, so say that sound out loud with me. Short E says eh. Short E says eh. Good, thank you. Okay, so let's look at some of these strange things all over in this bedroom. It's quite a mess. So let's circle anything that we think has a short E sound in it. Okay, so I'm going to get my little marker here. And, okay, I see a hen. Does that have eh? I agree, I hear eh. Let's circle our hen. Good. Okay, I see a ball. Does that have eh? I don't think so. I hear ball. Ah. Good. Okay, what about elephant? Elephant. Do you hear eh in elephant? I do. So let's circle elephant. Whoops. Okay, what about nest? I see a nest on the bed. Do you hear eh in nest? Good job. Oop, there's a net below the bed. What sound do you hear in net? Eh. I think we should circle it. Okay, now what about lettuce? Lettuce. Eh. Good job. Now, I said ball before, but I'm wondering if it's because this is a basketball. Do you hear et, basket? I think you're right. Basketball. Oh, that's a giant lemon sitting in there. Would that lemon have eh? Good job. What about jacket? Jacket. When you hear et at the end, do you hear eh? I do. Okay, what about a tent? There's a tent in there as well. Tent. Sounds like eh. What about backpack? Backpack. I don't think so. What about map? Ah, not eh. Sometimes that can be confusing, but that doesn't have eh. Okay, what about what else do we have? We have a key. Do you hear eh in key? So the key sound has E, which is long E. So that's not short E. We don't circle it. What about a B? There is a long E in the word B, but not a short E. We can't circle it. How about eagle? E. That says E, not eh. Don't circle it. Good work, boys and girls. Now we are going to do a little bit of spelling with short E sounds. So I want you to look at the picture above each word, and we're going to figure out what letters are missing. What do you think this picture is? Did you say a jet? So look at our first letter. We have J, eh. What says eh? Hopefully you said E. Short E says eh. Okay, and our last sound would be t, t. Jet. Okay, and I asked you to get out a notebook because I want you to practice writing these with me as I place the letters in their spots. So could you get out your notebook right now and your pencil and write the word jet? J, E, T. Jet. Jet. Okay, let's try another one. In your notebook, I'm going to have you write it before I write it. So what's our picture? We have a hen. And I want you to think, they gave us the eh. What's our beginning sound? Write it in your notebook. Then eh, Write the letters you hear. Eh, Hopefully yours matches mine. Okay, let's look at our next picture. We have 10. They gave us one sound, but we're missing our beginning and middle. T, t. Write it in your notebook. Eh, eh. Write it down. Okay, let's put our letters in. T, eh, te, 10. Good. Okay, next picture is a net. We've got but we're missing our next sound. Eh, eh. Write them in your notebook. T, t, eh, t. All right, check with me that you write the same things I have. Eh, short E, t, T, N-E-T, net. Okay, next one. Pointing to this part of the body, which is leg. What are we missing? Our beginning sound. Write it in your notebook. L, E, G. Write your word. Now check it with me. See if you get the same thing. L, E. Short E, G. Leg. L-E-G. Okay, last one. Bed. B, b, b. E, d. Check with me. B, e, d. Bed. Good, boys and girls. Good practice. Okay, so at this point in our lesson, I'm going to have you pause this video, pull up your buzz to lesson 3.03 like I asked you in the beginning, and then I want you to read and complete the activities on slide 5. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, thank you for completing that slide 5 in your buzz lesson. I wanted you to see complete the activities to see the difference between books that tell stories and books that give information. So if you did that, you know that fiction books are books that tell stories. And we read a lot of fiction books in first grade, books that tell stories. Now, nonfiction books are books that give information or facts. So let's go ahead and put the parts that belong with each type of book that you read about in the lesson slide on Buzz. So my first one that I need to figure out is title page. Do fiction books or nonfiction books have title pages? Those pages at the beginning that tell the title of the book, the author. So think about that in your head. Would it be fiction or nonfiction? Hopefully you said both, because both fiction books and nonfiction books have title pages. Okay, now what about characters? Are characters found in fiction books or nonfiction books? And remember, characters are the people or animals in the books. If you said fiction, you are correct. Fiction books have characters. Now, what about a table of contents, that part of the book that tells where you can find the different parts in the book? Hopefully you learned in the Buzz slide that the table of contents are in nonfiction books. Okay, now what type of book often uses bold writing when they make it darker to show a certain thing? Hopefully you said nonfiction. Now, which type of book tells us, oops, sorry about that, moved my screen. What type of book tells a story? Hopefully you said fiction. That is correct. Now, which type of books have diagrams? Pictures that show different pieces of information. Nonfiction books. And close to finishing, what about a glossary where you can find what different words mean? What vocabulary you're reading about. Hopefully you said nonfiction. Okay, almost done here. Last one. What type of books give information? Now, hopefully you know that because it's this one, a fiction book tells a story, nonfiction books give information. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back if you were able to sort those with me. Okay, so for the last part of today's lesson, you are going to do a little bit of reading. And this is in your Buzz lesson. We have 2 stories you're going to look at today. So you're going to, after you finish watching this video, you're going to open up your Buzz and you're going to go to slide 6 and you're going to read Freddy the Frog's Bog and the Farm. Okay, and those are both also in your language packet that you can read in there. Or you can go into Buzz and listen to them being read. I want you to look through both of those, and then I want you to complete the activities on the next slide, on slide 7. So you're looking at slide 6 for the stories, slide 7 for some activities to check and see if you understand how to sort fiction and nonfiction books. And that is all today, boys and girls. I had so much fun looking at the first half of this lesson with you, and I hope you are ready to go do some reading. Thank you. Bye.